Mao Mao Heroes of Pure Heart is a new cartoon on Cartoon Network, and I really like it. It's about this team of three heroes that constantly fight monsters and sky pirates or any bad guy really, just trying to protect this town, the Valley of Pure Heart. Or not town really, more like a kingdom, and there's a bunch of really fun characters in it. The main character Mao Mao is this black cat who wants to become a legendary hero, and he reminds me quite a lot of actually Will Arnett as Lego Batman. It probably helps that he kind of sounds like him too. And his personality is sort of similar, though a bit less arrogant. Mao Mao wants to do always what's right and what follows the law. Then there's his best friend Badger Clops, who is a badger that has a robotic arm. And a lot of the time it does feel like he's kind of one note, because whenever someone mentions food, he perks up. But he also tries to keep Mao Mao in line and calls him out when he does something stupid or when he's exaggerating. And then there's Adora Bat, this little cute bat with a peg leg. And you see in the first episode that she was one of the citizens in this kingdom. And all the characters in the kingdom are called like Sweetie Pies, and they're kind of like Sanrio characters or Care Bears or something like that. They all have a cute exterior, but most of them are pretty dumb. Also, I gotta say, I love the king in this. He's pretty hilarious. Speaking of which, the humor in this is really on point. That's probably why I like it so much, because I caught myself laughing actually out loud by myself while watching the show. There's a lot of jokes that just really catch you off guard. But the show isn't just funny, it's also really well animated and actually has some pretty cool action scenes. Some of the fight scenes with the monsters gets really creative, and a lot of the time it coincides with what conflict one of the characters is having. There's also a lot of subtle hints at the beginning of the show about where these characters came from and what their past is, mainly for Mao Mao since he's like the main character of the show. Sometimes it's played off for laughs, but then sometimes it's like, oh, okay, and I kind of like where the show is heading with that direction. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too serious of a cartoon at the moment, but I think it can go there if it wants to. There's also this group of recurring antagonists called the Sky Pirates, and the leader of them is called Orangu Snake, and a lot of the confrontations they have with the main characters can be pretty hilarious. And actually, one of the more recent episodes that's on Cartoon Network's site right now did remind me quite a lot of Lego Batman, specifically with Batman and the Joker. Another thing I love about this show is the style. The style just looks great. It has some very cutesy characters, but also vibrant backgrounds and excellent animation and action. And I do see a bit of anime influence sometimes with the exaggerated expressions. To me, it's like an anime influence not really taking over the show completely. It's very subtle and it uses that influence in its own way. So yeah, I really like Mao Mao for all those reasons, but also probably because it's about a black cat, and I have a black cat. Here's Salem. He's gotten so big since the first time I got him. Also, Salem still has his tail, whereas Mao Mao lost his tail, and actually the black cat I had before Salem actually didn't have a tail. She didn't have a tail. She was named Paw Paw. So yeah, if you haven't seen Mao Mao, check it out. I think it's really worth it. And if you have watched Mao Mao, tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to